There comes a time after 60 when you notice a quiet change inside your body. You wake up, stretch your arms, drink your coffee. Yet something deep inside feels slower. The steps are heavier. The nights are restless. And down there, the spark you once trusted seems to fade. Many men think this is just aging, something written in stone. But the truth is different. Lost blood flow is not only a physical problem. It is also a silent thief of confidence. It robs your energy, weakens your sleep, and takes away the steady rhythm of your manhood. Pills promise a quick answer, but they never rebuild the arteries that carry strength through your body. According to Harvard Medical School, natural nutrients can restore circulation safely and help men regain vitality at any age. Now imagine a simple meal you can eat 3 times a week, already waiting on your plate, able to support your circulation, protect your heart, and gently bring warmth back down there. No complicated diets, no risky treatments, just a habit so ordinary it almost feels too simple. If you have ever felt these quiet changes, share your age and where you are listening from, and subscribe so you never miss the next tip for your strength and confidence. When circulation slows down there, you lose more than you think. It often begins quietly, almost without notice. One morning you wake up and realize your body feels heavier than before. The walk to the kitchen takes more effort. The energy that once carried you through the day now fades too soon. For many men over 60, this change is not only physical. Slower blood flow touches every corner of life. Sleep becomes lighter. Mornings feel longer. And the spark of confidence you carried for decades grows dim. You may still appear strong to others, but inside there is a quiet fear that your best days are behind you. I have heard countless men describe the same frustration. They tell me, "Doc, I still want to enjoy my life, play with my grandchildren, love my partner, but my body feels like it has betrayed me." This is not about desire alone. It is about how blood nourishes your brain, your heart, your muscles, and yes, even down there. When that nourishment slows, the loss spreads far beyond the bedroom. Poor circulation is like a thief that robs you in silence. It steals energy during the day, weakens recovery at night, and chips away at joy itself. You may find yourself less eager to go out, less willing to take on challenges, less connected to the life you once lived with passion. Over time, this hidden loss can affect mood, relationships, and even the way you see yourself. Yet here is the truth I want you to remember. Decline is not destiny. Your body still holds the ability to repair itself if you give it the right support. Blood flow can return. Energy can rise again. And the spark you thought was lost can be restored. This is not about chasing youth. It is about feeding your body what it quietly craves to stay alive and strong. And this is where the story takes a turn. Many men reach for the quick fix of a pill, believing it will bring back what time has taken. But the reality is more complicated. Pills can give a moment, but they cannot rebuild the foundation of circulation. In the next part, I will show you why relying on pills often creates disappointment and why a natural path may be the better way forward. Why pills are not the long-term answer. I understand why so many men over 60 reach for that little tablet. It seems simple. It promises quick results. And in the beginning, it often delivers what you are hoping for. The first time you try it, the change feels dramatic. Energy returns for a night. Confidence seems to rise again. And you may think the problem is solved. But the truth is different. Pills cannot rebuild what time has slowly taken. They do not restore the flexibility of your arteries. They do not calm the silent inflammation inside your circulation. and they do not bring back the natural signals that once told your vessels to open with ease. Instead, they act like a switch on a weak battery. You may see a spark, but the power does not last. Over time, the dose that once worked begins to lose its effect. Men find themselves taking more, waiting longer, and feeling disappointed when the results fade. I have listened to men tell me, "Doc, I feel like the pill owns me now." That feeling of dependence is one of the most painful parts. What began as hope becomes a burden, shaping not only your health but also your mind. Reliance on pills creates its own prison. Some men feel they cannot be close to their partners without it. Others worry about side effects that grow with age. The little tablet that once seemed like freedom becomes a reminder of limitation. This is why so many men quietly feel trapped, chasing a result that slips further away with each year. And yet, here is the important truth. The problem is not you. The problem is the approach. Your body is not broken beyond repair. It is simply waiting for the right support to remember what it already knows how to do. The real path forward is not forcing your body for a few hours, but nourishing it so the foundation of circulation is restored. Imagine arteries that are flexible again, signals that open naturally, and blood flow that moves steadily through your body without fear or dependence. That is not something a pill can ever provide. It is something only natural repair can create. In the next part, I will show you the surprising repair crew already waiting on your plate. A simple food that can help restore circulation and bring vitality back down there in a safe and lasting way. The natural repair crew from the ocean. When men ask me what can truly restore circulation, I always return to one simple answer. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish are like a skilled team of workers moving quietly through your arteries. Unlike pills that force your body for a night, omega-3s support your body from within, reminding your vessels how to behave the way they once did. Think of omega-3s as a natural repair crew. They soothe the silent inflammation that slowly stiffens your vessels. They smooth the delicate inner lining of your arteries, known as the endothelium, so blood can move freely. Most importantly, they awaken the natural production of nitric oxide, the very signal your body depends on to open blood vessels and send circulation down there without fear or effort. I have seen men nearly give up hope, only to discover how powerful this simple change can be. When I tell them to eat salmon, mackerel, or sardines just 3 times a week, they often look at me with disbelief. It seems too ordinary, too simple to matter. But weeks later, many return with brighter eyes, stronger posture, and a quiet smile that speaks louder than words. Science confirms what I see in my clinic every day. Research from Tufts University shows that omega-3s improve vascular flexibility and reduce the risk of circulation problems in older adults. This means your arteries can act young again, opening and closing naturally, sending oxygen and nutrients through your body as they once did. It is not magic. It is biology being given the right fuel. What makes this even more powerful is that omega-3s do not just help your heart or your brain. They support circulation through your entire system, including your muscles, your prostate, and yes, even down there. Healing spreads across your body, piece by piece, meal by meal. Over time, the repair becomes stronger, and what once felt like decline begins to feel like renewal. Omega-3s do not push your body. They guide it back to balance. This is the difference between forcing a result and nurturing one. A pill may flip a switch, but fatty fish rebuilds the wiring. That is why men who adopt this habit often notice changes far beyond intimacy. They sleep more deeply, wake up rested, and find the energy to move through their days with greater ease. The best part is that it does not require strict dieting or expensive treatments. Just one simple change, repeated 3 times a week, can set in motion a chain of recovery. You are not chasing youth. You are feeding your body what it has been missing. In the next part, I will share the story of one man who thought his best days were over until he discovered how a few meals of fish brought strength, energy, and confidence back into his life. A story of renewal. John's return. John was 68 when he first came to see me, a retired mechanic from California. His hands were still strong from decades of work, but his spirit carried a quiet heaviness. He looked at me across the desk and after a long pause said, "Doc, I just don't feel like a man anymore." He explained how he had been relying on pills for years. At first they gave him a spark, but gradually the effect faded. He increased the dose, waited longer, and still felt disappointed. What hurt him most was not only the loss of energy, but the way his confidence had slipped away. Intimacy with his wife had become rare, and even when it happened, it did not feel natural. He felt like a shadow of the man he once was. I did not hand him another prescription. Instead, I asked him to make one simple change. I suggested he eat fatty fish 3 times a week. Nothing extreme, just a steady rhythm of nourishment. Monday could be salmon with vegetables, Wednesday mackerel with greens, and Saturday sardines on toast. At first, John was skeptical. He had been told for years that only pills could help. Still, he trusted me and agreed to try. 6 weeks later, John returned to my office before he even spoke. I noticed the difference. His posture was straighter, his eyes brighter, and his handshake firmer. With a quiet smile, he told me, "Doc, I didn't take the pill last night, and I didn't need it." His wife, who came with him, laughed and said, "Whatever fish you told him to eat, don't stop." But the change went far beyond the bedroom. John was sleeping through the night, waking up refreshed, and carrying steady energy through the day. He felt alive again, not just functioning, but living. This is the power of natural repair. It does not force a result. It rebuilds the foundation so your body remembers how to respond. John's story is one I share often because it proves something vital. Your body can respond at any age if you give it the right support. The science behind the change. By the time a man reaches his 60s, his body has already gone through decades of silent shifts. One of the most critical changes is the decline in nitric oxide, a natural molecule that helps blood vessels open and deliver oxygen throughout the body. In your 20s, nitric oxide flows easily, keeping circulation strong. But by the time you pass 60, production can drop by half, leaving arteries stiff and blood flow weakened. When nitric oxide falls, circulation suffers everywhere. The heart works harder, the brain feels foggier, muscles recover slower, and yes, even down there the spark begins to fade. Many men mistake this for lack of desire, when in truth the body is simply struggling to send blood where it needs to go. This is why you may still feel the same inside, yet your body does not respond as it once did. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish go directly to the root of this problem. They nourish the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of your arteries. When the endothelium is healthy, it releases nitric oxide smoothly, signaling vessels to relax and expand. When it is damaged by aging, stress, or poor diet, those signals weaken. Omega-3s restore that natural language of your blood vessels, reminding them how to work again. Research from Tufts University supports this, showing that older adults who consumed omega-3s regularly improved vascular flexibility, and lowered inflammation markers. This is why men who add salmon, mackerel, or sardines to their meals often notice changes far beyond the bedroom. Their hearts feel stronger, their memory sharper, their energy steadier, and circulation down there more reliable. Think of it as turning the lights back on in a house that has grown dim. Each cell receives more oxygen. Each system functions more smoothly. And life begins to feel fuller again. Pills may flip a temporary switch, but omega-3s rebuild the wiring, strengthening the circuits so the lights stay bright. What makes this process remarkable is its cumulative nature. The longer you give your body omega-3s, the stronger the repair becomes. Week after week, the vessels regain flexibility, inflammation decreases, and nitric oxide production rises, slowly but surely. Circulation is restored not only for performance, but for overall vitality. This is why the science matters. When you understand what is happening inside your body, you realize the problem is not weakness or failure. It is simply biology asking for the right fuel. Your body has not forgotten. It only needs a reminder. And with something as simple as a few servings of fish each week, that reminder is within your reach. In the next part, I will share how these physical changes lead to emotional renewal, proving that blood flow is not just about health, but also about hope. The benefits reach far beyond the body. When blood flow slows, most men believe the greatest loss is physical. They notice the struggle in moments of closeness, the way their body no longer responds with ease, and they carry frustration quietly inside. But the truth is that poor circulation steals something even deeper. It takes away the sense of confidence that once shaped your life. You may still love your partner, but hesitation grows between you. You may still laugh with your family, yet inside you feel a step removed from joy. The spark that once made you feel fully alive becomes harder to touch. This is not only about circulation down there. It is about how you see yourself as a man. I remember one gentleman in his 70s who told me, "Doc, I don't even try anymore because I'm afraid to fail." Those words stayed with me because they showed the emotional weight of this struggle. It is not the absence of love or desire, but the presence of fear. Fear builds walls, and behind those walls, even strong men begin to shrink. But when blood flow returns, something remarkable happens. Men begin to walk taller, smile more easily, and reconnect with their partners in ways they thought were gone forever. They discover not only renewed energy, but also renewed hope. Circulation is not just life for your body. It is life for your spirit. This is why adding fatty fish 3 times a week matters so much. It is not simply about improving performance. It is about restoring dignity, rebuilding connection, and bringing joy back into your days. When your body feels alive, your heart feels lighter, and the people around you feel the difference too. That is the hidden gift of this journey. It is one thing to hear the science, but another to live it every day. Many men nod their heads when I explain the benefits of omega-3s. Yet the question remains, how do you make it part of your life without stress or strict rules? The answer is rhythm. Small steps done consistently carry more power than big steps done once in a while. You do not need a complicated diet plan or fancy recipes. Start simple. On Monday, enjoy salmon with vegetables. On Wednesday, try mackerel with greens. On Saturday, open a can of sardines. Add a slice of whole grain toast, and you already have a meal that supports circulation. This rhythm of 3 meals a week is enough to keep the repair crew working inside your arteries. For those who do not enjoy fish, there are gentle alternatives. Flax seeds, Chia seeds and walnuts also contain omega-3s, though in smaller amounts. A sprinkle over your morning oatmeal or a handful as an afternoon snack can help. The key is not perfection, but consistency. Your body responds to regular care more than to occasional effort. Think of this habit as a quiet investment in yourself. Each meal is like a deposit into your health account. At first, the change may feel invisible, but week after week, it grows. One day you notice your sleep feels deeper, your mornings lighter, and circulation down there more reliable. That is when you realize the rhythm has begun to pay you back. What matters most is not doing everything at once, but doing something steadily. 3 times a week is enough. Simple meals, ordinary ingredients, but extraordinary results over time. In the next part, I will bring everything together and show you why this small habit can open the door to a new chapter filled with confidence, energy, and the joy of feeling alive again. We began this journey by looking at what happens when blood flow slows with age. Energy fades, sleep weakens, and confidence slips quietly away. Many men believe decline is inevitable, but the truth is kinder. Your body is not broken. It is waiting for the right support. Pills may give you a moment, but they cannot rebuild what time has worn down. Fatty fish, rich in omega-3s, works differently. It repairs, restores, and reminds your arteries how to open again. Just 3 meals a week can awaken circulation, not only for your heart and brain, but also down there where confidence is often tested. The real gift is not just physical recovery, but the return of dignity, connection, and hope. Small steps create lasting change. 1 meal becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and slowly you write a new story for yourself. Decline is not destiny. If John could find his way back at 68, so can you. Start this week with 1 simple meal, and let your body remember its strength. Share your age in the comments, subscribe for more guidance, and take the first step toward the life you still deserve.